Hello again and welcome. This is Robert Schein, Managing Director and Partner of Blanke Schein Wealth Management. A lot of topics, a lot of things that are moving markets that we're going to discuss today. Thanks for watching. So let's get right to it. Our first topic out of the gate is the employment picture. This morning, the unemployment claims just over 700,000. It's the trend itself is still lower, sort of week over week, as we're seeing these reports be updated. However, it's sort of flatlining right where we are. So the unemployment rate is probably going to be around the 7% range for a good long time. Obviously, we need Congress to reconvene in January and add additional sort of CARES 2.0 Act and additional support where needed very strategically, because there are pockets and segments of the economy and those that are unemployed that need the unemployment assistance at this moment in time. Now, as you followed me along, I've shown through several of these updates, history has shown and proven that employment doesn't need to return to full employment for the equity markets or the stock markets to continue to rise going forward. In fact, it actually is a better indicator going forward as to corporations will be able to do more with less from an employee standpoint, and the subset of the economy that still needs that assistance hopefully we'll get it sooner than later, but the economy can still grind higher, corporate profits can still go higher, and that's the earnings ultimately that will drive this new normal that we're living through right now with corporate America. So earnings can still rise, markets still can go higher, even with unemployment persistently stubborn, sort of right where it is right now. So that's the employment picture as of right now. We're going to continue to watch that trend going forward because it really matters to the overall U.S. economy. So my next topic is looking at markets through the lens of history, historical performance. In fact, this morning, Morningstar just updated a report and released something that we can show you in terms of the historical performance when you have a year from now after an October that has been negative. Now, if you've been an investor for a long time, like many of our clients here at Blanke Schein Wealth Management, we've been through some Octobers together ourselves. And October seems to always set up as sort of a pullback or a wait and see or a contraction of some sorts, depending upon the year and the cycle, economically speaking, that we're going through. But here, this study that Morningstar published showed that this last October had a total negative return of 2.7%. on the S&P for October. And that's not uncommon, right? Because as I just pointed out, 2016, 2012, 2008, 2004 all had negative Octobers. So an October being negative, historically speaking, is really not out of the question as we look through history. Now, they did the historical performance of the market and the average return from 1926 to 2020 through October this year. They actually said, okay, so once we had sort of the setup of a negative October, what happens a year from now when you have a negative October? Well, the average return on the S&P was 14.5%. So it just shows to be a patient investor going forward. Now, this is not predicting anything. We all know that. But at the same time, this is showing, historically speaking, if we look at history as a guide, we have some pretty good returns setting up. Well, what if we had a positive October? That's what they also studied. It's still a 10% average annual rate of return in the next 12 months, historically speaking. So that just goes to show you that once you go through and you live through sort of, unfortunately, the pain, and a lot of it's paper loss, right? Because if we're invested in quality companies, well-run, well-managed, in right positions in markets, they can sort of navigate, as we saw, especially in 2020, a lot of these companies can actually not only make a profit and grow their corporate earnings, but they could thrive and open up new business opportunities that we didn't even have even 12 months ago. So this is sort of a look into history as to once we get through October, which we just did together, what markets could be, at least a historical guide for us going forward. So that's a positive point right now. I just want to use this Morningstar update as a resource as we go through every day here at Blanke Schein Wealth Management. A lot of resources, a lot of independent research. So I just wanted to share that with you. So my last topic is a personal topic. My daughter, Taylor, our oldest of four, she committed to play volleyball on a scholarship to University of San Francisco. If you've been following us Recently my wife and I went back up there. It was sort of a due diligence trip for us for her to actually make the final decision personally. Yesterday was the national signing for D1 athletes to national sign their letter of intent to go play for them. And this is a wonderful dream come true, not only as parents personally, because USF is business oriented as well. She's going to study marketing. I did marketing at University of Arizona, so she's going to follow in the business/marketing vein as well. So it makes me proud as a father, but more importantly, as my daughter, when she was 12 years old, she was introduced to the game of volleyball, and even long before that. But when she was 12, she really took it seriously to the next level and said to my wife and I really want to play D1 volleyball someday, and I want to get a full scholarship opportunity. And she's had several of those play out. She finally made her decision yesterday. But it's as a parent, there's a lot of sacrifices around the table, especially for the other kids who are sidelines babies for all those years watching wonderful volleyball. But my daughter put the hard work into it, and she's also a straight A student all through high school. So not only is she beautiful, she's brilliant, and she also can play some serious volleyball. So we're proud. It's a proud announcement. Just want to share that with all of our friends and family here at Blanke Schein Wealth Management. It's a big day for us. So she made it on the news, and this is her national letter of intent signing day to play for University of San Francisco. So if you're up in the San Francisco area, we'll be spending more time with you in the near future. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch us tomorrow with Friday Insights. Take care. Have a great day.